Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. This week we'll feature select races from Saturday, February 5 as well as Sunday, February 6. The two-day race carnival saw a total of 19 races being contested. Saturday's feature event was the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy, while Sunday's main feature was the Alan E. Billy Williams Memorial Trophy. Let's begin our recap of this weekend's racing, beginning with Race 1 from Saturday. This was a 5-year-old and up claiming event going the distance of 700 meters. Horse number 5, Storm on the Sea, and the 6th horse, Cruising Motion, were both late non-starters.
Last one in, they're off immediately. Looks to have been a fair start. Lady Budget got away a bit slow but begins to pick up. DMQT is the one running right against the stand fence nearest to us. In behind that one, a Lady Budget. Freedom for Reds is drifting more toward the center. Toward the far side, that is a Princess Statistic in the orange cap showing speed. Rockdale is there too, along with Avogado. These on the far side, but they make their way toward us, and it is a Freedom for Eds who may just have that overall lead. Rockdale and Princess Statistic now wants to launch attacks along with Avogado. It's a Freedom for Eds. Here is Rockdale now, and Rockdale sweeps by, and Rockdale picks up the lead to win it over Freedom for Eds. Avogado is next. Ahead of Princess Statistic, Lady Budget looks to be fifth.
Victory to Rockdale over the short sprint with apprentice Andre Powell aboard. Rockdale's winning time was logged at 41 3/5 of a second. Let's have a look at race 2, which saw 8 thoroughbreds competing over 1,000 meters round.
And they're off. Fair start, maybe like just a step slowly out. Lana Vicati is relegated to last quickly, as up front Tolona dashes through to get that lead from Awesome Rich on the outside. Luxol now beginning to gain on them as they leave the half mile and run into the turn. Tolona leading up, there goes Valhalla, quickening now to get second over Luxol into third. Awesome Rich is on the outside in fourth. Baby Like is a length and a half further back. Wowzer another length and a half in behind. Fly Messenger Fly now asked to get going. Forget Lana Vicati at the moment. A long way last as the leaders come thundering into the top of the stretch. Tolona continues to display speed, tested now by Luxol on the outside. Valhalla has been left back into third and now begins to drift a bit just off the rail. Awesome Rich is further back along with the rest, but this Tolona continues the fight up front and leads by just over a length. Luxol trying hard under the right-hand stick to get on terms. Tolona now beginning to tie up just a little bit. Luxol coming with a run on the outside, but Tolona hangs tough to win it. Over Luxol, Valhalla is third. Fly Messenger Fly is fourth.
Philip Fiani's imported Taluna, partnered by apprentice Yubil Pinnock, completed the 1,000-meter trip in 1 minute and 3/5 of a second. Second went to Luxol, followed by Valhalla and Fly Messenger Fly. Race 4 was the 8:30 sprint. This was a maiden special weight event for fillies going 1,000 meters straight.
Michael Sims holding them. Now he's ready. They're off for the 8:30 sprint. She's fantastic. Gets away, swerving a bit, but straightening out with Rapunzel right alongside. Another wave races just ahead of Rapunzel. Du Jour is racing with another wave, and Miss Khaleesi has tacked right to the stand fence. Du Jour, dashing out, looks to have the overall advantage. Another wave continues the pursuit. Over toward the center, that She's Fantastic as they run toward the quarter pole, and still Du Jour leads them under a tight wrap at the moment. Another wave now asked to bubble to the boil. Over toward the far side as She's Fantastic asked to close up. Rapunzel continues to drift to the far side as they now make their way toward the furlong pole. Du Jour is in the center, surrounded by horses. Another wave just toward the outside of Du Jour now looks to pick it up. On the far side, Rapunzel now comes with a scorching charge as they're inside the final 16th, and on the far side, Rapunzel now picks it up from another wave holding second. It is Rapunzel out in front. On the Magnificent Dane easing down in the end, they win by 2 or more. Another wave is second. She's Fantastic third. Minnie Duac fourth.
Dane Warrior Chief Nelson and trainer Philip Elliott teamed up to good effect to win the 8:30 sprint, courtesy of Rapunzel. The filly ran a winning time of 59 3/5 of a second. Race 5 saw Dennis Price's importee Better Best being a late non-starter. The field was therefore reduced to 8 for this 3-year-old and up claiming event, going 1,000 meters straight.
Arthur not satisfied now. He is there off. Acero comes away nearest the stands. Sudden Flight didn't get that good a start, but now begins to motor. In the center, Drummer Boy and Rohan Kabir. Task Force has been switched behind horses and is now closest to the stand fence. Unknown Soldier is over on the far side, left out of it a Raw Liquid. Stranger Danger running on the spot on the far side as they make their way now toward the final quarter. And the Speedball Acero holds that lead. Unknown Soldier now beginning a challenge. Here is Rohan Kabir switched closer to the stand fence. Near the stand fence, that's a Sudden Flight as Acero has drifted right over toward the center, meeting up with Unknown Soldier. And these two now battle as they're inside the last furlong. It is Acero, the leader, beginning to open up a bit on Unknown Soldier, who can't cope with the late kick of Acero. And Acero comes bouncing home. Acero and Dane Dawkins take it by 3 or more over Unknown Soldier. Rohan Kabir, Sudden Flight is 4th, Raw Liquid is 5th.
Acero, the mount of Dane Dawkins, landed the day's 5th event for trainer Dennis Price. Unknown Soldier, Rohan Kabir, Sudden Flight and Raw Liquid completed the top 5. The 6th event saw 9 entries competing over 1,200 meters.
They're off. A perfect start. Colbert wants that lead. Silent Seeker racing on his outside. Weekend Jazz right against the rail, these 3 in a cluster. Chennai Express is further back, just about 4 lengths off the lead as they go flashing past the 5. Pharaoh It Is, Sen City and Cold Pursuit race together as a team. And toward the back of the field, a No Work Permit and I Am a Citizen. They've dashed past the 4, they make their way toward the 7/16th, and Colbert continues to lead them, attempting to go all the way, gate to wire with a 2.5 length lead. It's held over a Weekend Jazz. Chennai Express on the outside of Silent Seeker. These are the top 4. Pharaoh It Is next, joined by Cold Pursuit, Sen City hanging on to their tails as they now drive toward the top of the lane. A No Work Permit and I Am a Citizen battle for last, but they're into it now, and it is Colbert, the rider, changing his hold quickly. Weekend Jazz now begins to come at him. Colbert battling Weekend Jazz. Pharaoh It Is getting closer against the rail, but they drive toward the final furlong. It's Weekend Jazz and a Colbert. Here is Sen City. Pharaoh It Is flashing home on the rail, and Pharaoh It Is has taken charge inside the final 16th. Pharaoh It Is out in front. Sen City chasing, but Pharaoh It Is and Dane Dawkins, he has a double. Sen City is second. It's close between Cold Pursuit, Weekend Jazz and I Am a Citizen.
Jockey Dane Dawkins secured his 2nd event of the day aboard Pharaoh It Is for trainer Gary Subrati. Pharaoh It Is registered a winning time of 1 minute 14 1/5 of a second for the 1,200 meter trip. Race 7 was the feature event on Saturday. This was the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy, which was a 3-year-old and up graded stakes event.
They're off for the Eileen Cliggott Memorial. Double Crown came off at the back. Nuclear Noon and Eagle One, they set the fractions as they go flashing past the 6, with Nuclear Noon just the leader. Father Patrick moving fluently on the rail now to challenge for it, and Father Patrick joins Nuclear Noon. These two heads apart. Eagle One is a length down on the outside. Racing just in behind those, Sparkle Diamond, as they've left the 5 and head toward the half-mile marker. Father Patrick leading up from Eagle One and a Nuclear Noon. Sparkle Diamond races up with Duke as they charge past the 7/16. A gap opens up to the Passad pair, Superluminal and a Double Crown at the back. They've left the 3, they run toward the 5/16th. Father Patrick just the leader, kept to the outside, Eagle One. The Nuclear Noon is racing right against the fence as they're coming into the top of the stretch. Father Patrick tested now by Eagle One on his outside. They're rubbing shoulders briefly. Nuclear Noon trying to sneak closer down against the rail. In behind them, Sparkle Diamond and the Grey Duke now let loose for his late flourish as they come toward the furlong pole. Eagle One now gets the better of Father Patrick. Nuclear Noon. Duke is on the outside, but up front it is Eagle One and Anthony Thomas. Awesome Anthony using the stick in the left hand, and Eagle One will go on to win the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy by maybe 5 over Father Patrick. Nuclear Noon. Duke is 4th. Superluminal is 5th.
Jason DaCosta's importee Eagle One, ridden by last year's champion jockey Anthony Thomas, secured today's feature, the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy. Father Patrick came home second, followed by Nuclear Noon and Duke. Eagle 1 posted a time of 1 minute 19 and 3/5 of a second, going 1,300 meters. Sunday was another thrilling day at the park and saw 9 races on offer. Race 2 was a 3-year-old and up-claiming event going 1,600 meters. The one-horse Uncle Frank was a late non-starter.
They're off in racing in the second 1 mile the trip, and Uncle Vinny didn't get that smart away from the gate. It is Biblical Legend in front. Biblical Legend being joined by Graydon. These are the two. Graydon now as they pass the 7 furlong. It's Graydon in front and cupping up nicely. That's Uncle Vinny. He's gone down second. Biblical Legend is third. Racing in fourth, that's Royal Vibe. Racing in fifth as they pass the 6th, that's Bloodfire, and racing at the back in 6th, that's Secret Traveler. Coming towards the 5 furlong point, and it is Graydon, a half a length in front of Uncle Vinny, contented to wait on the inside. 2 lengths away before we come to Biblical Legend racing in third, right there on the rail. And racing fourth, that is Royal Vibes as they pass the 4. Coming around and improving, that is Bloodfire, and tailing off a bit, that's Secret Traveler. They're coming to the 3 furlong point, and it is making the running. Uncle Vinny now gets rid of Graydon. Uncle Vinny keeping on nicely. Biblical Legend coupling up and coming around too. Also there, that's Bloodfire continuing that long sustained run. It is still making the running. Uncle Vinny on top. Biblical Legend coming forward nicely. Also there is Bloodfire and Uncle Vinny. These are the ones right against the rail. Secret Traveler looking dangerous, a furlong to travel. It's Bloodfire in front. Bloodfire keeping on and begins to skip away. Bloodfire looks to have this one all won. Uncle Vinny being ridden hard to stay in second. It's Bloodfire, Uncle Vinny. Then comes Secret Traveler and Biblical Legend.
Bloodfire, under the competent handling of apprentice Andre Powell, secured Sunday's second event for trainer Gary Subrati. Uncle Vinny, Secret Traveler and Biblical Legend was your top 4 finishers. Race 5 was a restricted allowance event which saw 2 non-runners in the choice and another cookie. Here's the 5th event on Sunday's race card, which saw former Trinidadian champion rider Pravin Badri taking aim at his first victory on Jamaican soil aboard Silent Cat.
Starter ready? 1 mile, they're up. First start, XY Soul left at the back. Draw the Butcher tugging hard, wants that lead. Cola Willa lengthened a piece back and racing in second. Silent Cat beginning to motor against the rail and making progress as they lead the 7. XY Soul follows them. Mike Time Now races next, and last of all in the pink, that's Vice Cherry Pie. The field stringing out a bit as they go, passing the 6 and head toward the 5. Door the Butcher attempting to go all the way. Silent Cat now moving to within a neck. XY Soul is a length and a half in behind them and tugging in third. Cola Will is 3.5 lengths back and racing in fourth. A gap opens up to My Time Now, and the Vice, a Cherry Pie, firmly planted at the back. They run to the half mile. They're almost there, about to make their way into that turn, and Silent Cat leads up from Adore the Butcher 2 lengths down. XY Soul is back in third as the tempo increases, and they're all now beginning to ride. My Time Now left back on the outside of Cola Will. Vice Cherry Pie, although ridden, showing nothing as they leave the 3 and run toward the 5/16th. It is Silent Cat and the visiting Pravin Badri who have that lead. They will come into the lane with the advantage. A clear run at the moment, maybe 4 lengths over Door the Butcher, continuing the chase. And it is Silent Cat at the top of the lane, getting a couple of cracks of the left-hand stick and a quick change of hold by Badri, holding on to that advantage. Mike Time Now asked to launch an attack. Door the Butcher, he has overtaken that one. XY Soul is left toward the inside, right against the rail. Cola Will, Vice Cherry Pie coming on late, but it is Pravin Badri continuing to use the stick as they're inside the last yardage. No stopping Pravin Badri and a Silent Cat. They win by maybe 5. Close between My Time Now, XY Soul, then Cola Will.
Victory number 1 on Jamaican soil for former Trinidadian champion rider Pravin Badri. He was aboard Dennis Tweed's entry Silent Cat, for the 1600-meter trip. Silent Cat posted a time of 1 minute 43 and 2/5 of a second. The sixth event was the Mercury Sprint. This was a maiden special weight event for native 3-year-old colts and geldings.
Five furlong straight. This is the Mercury Sprint. They're off. Bugatti gets a fair start toward the middle. Slam right alongside. Sergeant Charge is showing some good early speed. Stormer Come in the green races nearer to us. In behind that one, Master Class in the orange sleeves. Assurity is there, Prince Quality. Print Quality is the one racing near the stands in the red cap with a lot to find from there. But they make their way now toward the final quarter. On the far side, Brompton Alex is also showing speed in the red headgear. Bugatti now in a battle with Sergeant Charge and Brompton Alex. That's where the fight is at the moment. Bugatti running green all over the track as they're inside now the final 3/16 and make their way toward the last furlong, and it's Brompton Alex on the far side, Sergeant Charge. Bugatti asked to get going. Here is a Prince Sanjay now kicking in, but it's Brompton Alex with the lead. Prince Sanjay now beginning to make gains. Brompton Alex battling in the Mercury Sprint, may just have done it over Prince Sanjay. Then a surety. Blue final. Bugatti could be ahead of Slam.
Bumtum Alex got the job done for trainer Ryan Darby in the Mercury Sprint. Ridden by veteran jockey O'Neill Mullings, Bumtum Alex stopped the clock at 1 minute 1 second flat for the 1000-meter trip. Let's now have a look at race 9, the Alan E. Billy Williams Memorial Trophy, which was the feature event on Sunday. This was a 3-year-old and up overnight allowance going 1400 meters.
They're off. Let Him Fly comes out at the back with Inspired Miracle. Curlins of Fear under an easy rein goes for that lead, so too Crafty and Ready. Legality rushes up to take them on. Fearless Champion right there too. These four fairly tightly bunched. Money Monster races next and begins to progress mildly. Crimson is kept off the fraction, 7 lengths off that lead. Joined by on the rail, Let Him Fly. They leave the 5, one done just in behind them. The pair of Gambler and Inspired Miracle are at the back. They make their way rushing up toward the half mile. They're there now. Legality on the rail, Crafty and Ready on the outside, and Legality, by virtue of saving ground, has a very narrow lead. Crafty and Ready in the green continues to battle. A gap of some 4 lengths to Curlins of Fear now given rein as they go flashing past the 3. Let Him Fly needs to find 6 lengths. Fearless Champion is under a powerful ride. One down toward the outside. Crimson has ground to make up. Then Money Monster, Gambler, and at the back a left out Inspired Miracle. But up front, Legality has struck the lead under Matthew Bennett. He's looking for his second win on the card with 3/16 to run. Here is a Curlins of Fear now asked to cut into the lead. It is a Legality with a furlong to run, continuing to hold off Curlins of Fear. Crimson seems to be too far back to land a blow, but it is Legality by 2 or 3 lengths inside the final yardage. Legality and Matthew Bennett win the Alan E. Billy Williams Memorial Trophy over Curlins of Fear. Crimson, one done, could be Gambler in 5th.
Ray Phillips' Legality, ridden by Matthew Bennett, clocked 1 minute 25 and 4/5 of a second for the 1400-meter journey. Curlins Affair, Crimson, One Done and Gambler were your top 5 finishers in Sunday's feature event. As we close the curtains on another exciting weekend of racing, it was highlighted by Dane Dawkins' 4-time on Saturday aboard Estero in the 5th race. Pharaoh it is in the 6th, Old Dwarf in the 9th and Heavenly Glitter in the 10th. Trainer Gary Serrati also helped himself to 3 victories on Saturday's card. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. I'll see you next time.